Hey Reddit, what's the best bored at work browser game?
Pokemon Showdown. If you are into Pokemon, it is a great competitive experience that you can play, and you don't have to download a thing.
Any game on nitrome.com.
Bloons Tower Defense. Princess Maker 2. I know it sounds like trash, but it is actually an old PS2 game where you are a hero who has to raise a young girl by the gods. You have to make her schedule for school and work or can send her on an adventure. She can turn into anything like a housewife, hero, bandit, a queen or even a hooker depending on how you raise her. So it is basically a raising sim with RPG elements. On Classic Reload you can play it in your browser and even save it. You can also buy it on Steam.
Browser Quest.
Kingdom of Loathing. Civilization. Nothing like getting in a quick game of that in between the boss walking by.
Learn to Fly 2. You can beat it in a few hours, but the various modes give you endless entertainment. I have to say Papa Louie games. My favorite is Papa's Sushiria, but there is tons of others to choose from. Kingdom of Loathing Smiley Face.
Check out Town of Salem.
Powder Ball 2, Stick Ranger, both on Dan Ball, and Super Mario 63, Run Out are favorites of mine.
Robot Unicorn Attack. Musical notes Rainbow Unicorn Face Always, I want to be with you, and make believe with you, and live in harmony, harmony. Oh, love, Unicorn Face Rainbow Musical Notes.
Super Hotline Miami.
Minesweeper. 1. Not too many clicks. 2. Looks like you're focused. 3. Easy to get away from.
I wish I had time at work to be bored. Worried face. The Dino game for Google Chrome is pretty fun. You can type CHROME://Dino in Chrome to start it. Dwarf Fortress. One of my favorite RPG simulators, and you can spend 30 seconds queuing a bunch of commands and wait half an hour for them all to get done. It's always hidden in my work computer's smiley face. Edit, just realized OP asked for browser games, and DF is not a browser game.
Monster.com is a good one. Winking Face.
Club Penguin. Oh. Wait.
Now I have a long list of games to try.
Adventure Quest Worlds. Been on and off playing that for 7 years.
Kitten's Game has been mine. Just a text-based incremental game that doesn't look suspicious at a reasonable distance, but it's managed to keep my productivity from getting out of hand.
Bubble Tanks 2! Exclamation mark.
Though not browser games, my two light resource games growing up that I could play were Soldart and Graal Era. Anyone else play these? I feel like nobody ever remembers them.
Town of Salem.
Toss the Turtle. An old-ass game on Newgrounds that got redone and put on iOS and Android. It's super fun and it's got a ton of old references.
Kitty Cannon.
Anyone remember Miniclip? Sunny and Sunny 2.
I like to give horrible advice on Yahoo Answers.
Corruption of Champions. Winking Face.
I work in a school with an understandably tough content filter. If I have nothing to do during a planning period or don't feel like doing whatever I do have to do, I'll go to Sporkle. It's little quiz games and puzzles and such, ranging from geography to pop culture. Can be a decent way to kill some time.
Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Permadeath turn-based roguelike, very similar to NetHack but far less tedious. One of the design goals is to remove tedium. DCSS.
Fancy Pants.
Sporkle.
Pimp Wars.
Not a game per se, but I sometimes load up http://www.boxcar2d.com to kill some time. You basically watch as a randomly created set of vehicles evolve to get better at moving along the course.
Slither.io.
Anything on http://www.nitrome.com. Site somehow manages to always surprise with its new ideas.
Reddit.
A classic cube field.
I'll usually just AFK RuneScape.
You should read a book.
Walk around and ask your coworkers or supervisor if there is something you can help with. Score points the more you do, level up with a raise or a better job. Edit, may you level up, kind stranger.
Grinder.
I love to play old NES games like Punch-Out.
The no internet connection dinosaur game. Edit, thanks so much for the gold whoever did it, you are awesome, same for the people who upvoted.
iwire.org. It's fun, and you help map neurons.
Spelunky. For the free retro version. Whoever made that was a genius.
littlealchemy.com.
Exclamation mark.
Chrome's dinosaur jumping game.
Ton.com. My coworkers and I are hooked on Ton now. It's a pretty massive game that's been around over 10 years and is very community driven. It's definitely the best browser game I've tried, and I have tried tons.
Slither.io.
Happy Wheels.
My work blocks pretty much anything game related, but I can bring a flash drive with games loaded onto it as long as they are DRM free. Games that work well for me and run on shitty computers so far are FTL and RimWorld. You have to delete the steamappy.dll file and it'll work.
Pretty much any clicker game. For a browser game, the Monsters Den series is brilliant. Chronicles is the latest, and you can play the originals there too. Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup is also good, but it uses Telnet connection to play online, which is often blocked.
RuneScape.
Incredibots. In a nutshell, you make 2D shapes, set their weight, attach them with a variety of joints, and bind the movement joints to keys on your keyboard. It's basically digital Legos, but the expensive robotic ones.
I use Keeper, http://keeper.com, and mainly the multiplayer race, so that way it still seems like I'm working on important stuff from the typing.
Honestly, I thought since mobile gaming has taken off, browser games became extinct. Till.
I usually refresh the front page of Reddit over and over again. It's my favorite game.
Tetris.com allows you to play Tetris for free.
Nice try hour.
JSNES. It's a quite good browser NES emulator.
Plato's Games Online.com. You can play tons of old DOS-based games in your browser.
My favorite browser game is Nawale.io. My friend showed me it and everyone in the ICT lesson ended up playing. It's fun and cute, although very addictive.
Going through this thread like save, 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 save.
Cookie clicker.
Browse the job listings for a better job.
I open an Evernote window in the morning and write poetry in it during my downtimes. I'll admit right up front that this one's not for everybody, but you could write your novel or your history book or whatever. Not everybody has a book in them, but everybody with a decent education and reasonable writing skills has a book in them, even if it's a simple how to do whatever it is you do for a living or a hobby.
You can put Flash games into Excel files too, if your IT has really tight restrictions. I have an Excel file with about 10 tabs, each one's a different game like Monopoly, Minigolf, chess, even Angry Birds. Edit, I should of course state that I have never and will never use this at work.
If I'm really bored, I play the "Let's see if that's blocked" game. My school has some interesting filters set up to the point where I tried Googling Milford, a town not too far away, and it sent back that I couldn't access pornographic material on their network.
Motherload on Miniclip. I played the shit out of it.
If you're talking about online. Before I got Steam I played Tank Eye Online, Bloons TD5 and Rouge Sol 2.
Hopefully this is not a self-promotion violation, but I actually made a game specifically for playing during downtime at work. Meatshields, https://meatshields.com. It's in-browser turn-based strategy against many opponents or AI. The idea is that whenever you find time you can log on and take your turns, and there's no pressure if you have to stop mid-game to get back to work.
DEFCON. You ever see the movie War Games? It's essentially that. There is also a mode literally made for work. If you tab out it pauses and it is meant to be like a 6-hour game or something. Pornhub. The danger adds excitement.
GeoGuessr.
Nanaka Crash always and forever.
I've been playing Coder on my phone, if that counts.
Blocksaws on Cool Math for Kids.
Deep.io.
Coffee shop on Coolmath Games. To spice things up you can fuck with the recipe and make customers vomit. Surfing Reddit and not getting caught.
If you Google stopwatch, there is a website that is literally just a stopwatch. Incredible, I know. But at the top of the page you can see a little picture of a dinosaur stopwatch. If you click on that, it takes you to a stopwatch that you set the time of and the 4 dinosaurs race to the end of the time. Me and my coworkers like to pretend it's horse racing and we bet money on them sometimes. It gets pretty exciting.
All these people bitter about folks having downtime at work. You all do realize not every job includes non-stop work from the moment you get there until the moment you leave? That there are many positions that can have significant blocks of free time? And what about lunch breaks?
Town of Salem. It's a game all about backstabbing your neighbors, committing murders, and/or hunting for bad guys in your town. It's a turn-based multiplayer game for 15 players and doesn't cost a dime. I'd highly recommend it. Each player controls a character in the town, and is assigned a role. Roles range from serial killers to jailers, and each one comes with its own win condition and special abilities. During the day, the town can talk to one another typing only. Learn to type fast. And discuss any evidence that they might have uncovered to reveal who the bad guys are. If a sufficient number of townspeople are convinced that one person is a baddie, then they must stand trial. If they fail to convince the town of their innocence, they will be executed. During the night, certain roles can perform special abilities, such as murdering people, who will show up dead in the morning. Short version, try it. Traditional gaming savvy won't help you here. Skills at politicking, manipulation and skullduggery will.
Old school RuneScape. Grind those skills at work even though it's extra work.
I love GeoGuessr.
Realm of the Mad God. It is a game where you have like 15 different classes and you choose one and play it. You kill enemies along with other players and keep trying to get loot. The goal is to try and get better gear. I suck at explaining things, would be better if you just tried it.
RuneScape because it's really just a glorified idle game.
The Wikipedia game. You start on one article and try to get to another article that's unrelated in the least amount of clicks. We've gone from Bernie Sanders to glioblastoma, Bowling for Soup to Amelia Earhart, and Rihanna to Kipper. There's a farmer's market in the building next to the one I work in, so my co-workers and I play the game to see who has to buy cookies from the market that week.
Deep.io is one I often use.
Slither.io. It's sort of like the traditional Snake but you place against other online players rather than yourself, highly addictive.
Street Fighter 3, Third Strike.
Gonna get buried but pretend your Zizi is online CAH with custom card packs.
Balloon Tower Defense or Balloon Monkey Defense, I don't remember which it was, but it is one of those two where you put monkey towers to pop balloons and you can upgrade them. Time flies when you plays this game.
Generals.io. Disclaimer, I am the creator. A huge portion of our player base is the bored at work or bored at school crowd. Our peak traffic times are during working hours, no contest.
A dark room.
Consider subscribing.